Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another great game here in the RSHL. We're in Season 20, Week 3 with the visiting Creasers at Shorthanded. I'm the Red Raven. Alongside me today is Stickman and Thrill. So, Stick, you're the stat man. First off, how do you see this game going?
Well, I'm one of those folks that picked the Creasers team. The majority of people picked them to win this game. People included Mace, Seaman, Hornet, and as well as myself. And over on the other side, we had a couple people pick the shorthanded team, including Image and Buckcat. So we have a team right now. The Creasers, they're tied for fourth, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie. Shorthands 1-1, which puts them in sixth place, but they've only played 2 games. One thing to note. For the shorthanded side, only one guy on that entire roster has goals this season, and that is Abval, which last game he had 4 of them, so a key player for them. They're coming off a 4-1 win versus Direwolves, where Crystalline had 9 saves and only 1 goal allowed, so that player looks to be doing some good things for the shorthanded team. Looking over at the Creaser side, some guys to look out for. We got the leading scorer of 10 Pavel Bure, he has 4 goals. Zanas has over 15 minutes of puck time, so that's a big chunk of puck time for the Mr. Zanas in 120 ice minutes. And last game, they had a 5-5 tie versus Execution, so a lot of people put them up on their rankings list. But in that game, if you broke it down, we had 13 shots between Zanas and 10 Pavel Bure, and that's 13 out of their total shots of guys. Gonna shoot.
Well, we're having some issues with Stickman's microphone, so we'll end that there temporarily. Thrill, do you agree with the fact that the Creasers would be the favorites in this game?
Yeah, I think so. Probably just based on performances so far this season. I mean, Creasers has at least shown that they can play with some of the better teams in the league with the tie that they had against Execution, and they actually had the lead for a lot of that match. This will be shorthanded. This will be a good test for shorthanded because this is their first match against the team that seems like they can play with the top of the league after losing TSZ. Because they had TSZ against Dirty Birds. They don't have them anymore. Their last one was against Direwolves, so that's not the biggest test in the world. That's a good win for them, but I'm interested to see how they're going to do with TSZ against a team like Creasers that's a little bit closer to the top and middle of the pack.
We're getting ready for the face-off here. Creasers and shorthanded. You've got Botmem 2, Abvolt. See who else is on the ice. Sting, Pooter, and Meritrace. We have 2 Spiders, 2 Terriers, and a Weasel. For Creasers, you've got 2 powerful Javelins in Zinaz and Back. I also see a Weasel in 10 Pavel Bure or 10 PB or XPB. Funky is a Terrier, so really, there's one person I'm missing up in the right corner. David Seaman, number 1. The Spiders, so you're going to notice 2 Javelins, a Spider, a Weasel, and a Terrier. So more, you could make the argument, more variety on the Creasers side. Yoinky in goal for Creasers, arguably the best goalie in the league right now. And Crystalline is in goal for shorthanded.
Yeah, I'd have to give the goalie advantage to Creasers. Yoinky has shown that he's definitely a top 5 goaltender right now in the league. I think that's fair to say. And Crystalline hasn't performed too badly so far this season, but I would probably put her on the lower ends of the starting goalies in the RSHL.
Statistically, not many people can say that Yoinky is not among the best. I believe a goalie percentage of 92% right now-ish.
Yeah, is that a reflection of his ability, or is that a reflection of the team defense for Creasers?
It's a good question, but you have to give credit where credit is due. All goalies let in crappy goals regardless of who is on defense. And so far, Yoinky's been able to avoid having that happen.
Well, Creasers, we talk about this a lot. They have that system-based play where they play as a team a lot. They definitely fall back and play team defense a lot. So that definitely helps out a goalie a lot. But Yoinky has definitely positionally played better than a lot of goaltenders in the league so far. So I wouldn't credit it all to team defense.
Shorthanded has the puck at center ice. Abvolt, the goal scoring
Bop ass passes it to Yoinki.
Seaman has the puck to Zanaz over the blue line. Back to David Seaman. XPB has it at center ice.
Yeah, you were talking about Avvault being a goal-scoring machine. I don't know if you guys could hear me earlier, but I was saying he's the only player on that team that has goals right now.
Yeah, it's very strange. They've been able to have a little bit of success with that, but they're going to need more people to step up for sure. They're being very careful here. David Seaman, the mid, coming up onto offense, and back is sitting back. And Maritrix with a big kill on David Seaman, and here comes shorthanded.
I definitely like the way Creasers was passing there. It looked like they were just dissecting the shorthanded defense until Maritrix stepped up.
You know, I think one of the main things that I've worried about with shorthanded this season and with shorthanded in the past is Mirtrix's line calling. Sometimes I don't agree with his line decisions, but I like the line that he has in right now. I hope that they use this line for the majority of the game.
We have a chance here for shorthanded. Bob Mem has Zabfold and Maritrix with him, and Yoinki gets comes out really far out of the net. We talked earlier about how some people are afraid to come out of the net. Yoinki riding some high confidence right now and is not afraid to make that move. Abvolt with the puck at center ice with Bot Mem too. This shorthanded team certainly not as talented as the last team that Creasers faced. And Creasers at one point had a 4-1 advantage on that team and just let the lead slip away. And you have to wonder if it's just the way the RSHL is going, that teams are really talented and we're going to see streaks like that almost like a basketball game, or if it's just a sign of Creasers not being able to sustain a lead for very long.
Well, I think that Creasers played well in that game, but getting that huge lead against Execution was certainly a surprise, and I don't think will be the norm for them. So I don't think it's a case of where I think it'll be streaks like you were saying. I think that was just kind of, well, they played a good game in that particular game. I think they're still a pretty decent team, but I wouldn't expect there to be a trend of that going on so far this season.
It's Pavel Bure with David Siemens and Az and Funky in front of the net. They have a chance. Funky with Pavel Bure up top, but could not get him the ball. Bot Mem has the puck. We just talked about how David Siemens coming up on offense. He was talking on Mumble how he was supposed to be mid, and Back is playing on defense right now, and so far Back has not logged any minutes this year. We'll have to see if he has any sort of rookie rust or any sort of situation. Nice play there to stop 10 Pavel Bure.
Well, it's interesting that Bach is also playing Javelin, which in my opinion is the worst defensive ship in the zone. Some people might disagree with that, but after messing around with pretty much all the ships, it just doesn't have good rotation, and it's more of an offensive ship. And that could hurt him because it used to be a good defensive ship, but right now it's more of a forward than anything else. And I think that the Terrier Spider, pretty much any ship would be better back there.
Pooter has the puck just above the net to Botmem 2. He's got Pooter with him, but just cannot catch the puck there. 8 minutes left in this first period.
Another stat I tried to present, I don't know if you guys were able to hear because of the technical difficulties, 14 shots for Creasers last game, and 13 of them came between Zanez and 10 Pavel Bure.
And this is pretty similar, aside from Bach, the stay-at-home defenseman instead of Vega, to the line that Creasers used against Execution. So maybe Violence is kind of saying here, okay, this line did pretty well, so let's see if they can have the same kind of success in this game.
Zanaz with a dud, no tank. Breaking in, Creaser's going to try and get something going, but Maritrix is able to avoid a kill. That was a lagger message. Pooter to Botmem.
And Shorthanded has a Christmas ship lineup right now, as we like to call it, because they have 2 Terriers and 2 Spiders, and just the 1 Weasel.
Here we go, Pavel Bure with a big kill on Sting. A rare mistake for Sting, and Bure with a shot, he scores! Down south, and we have a 1-0 game.
Yeah, that wasn't a good play by Sting. I guess he thought that he was going to survive the shot because it was a Weasel, but he definitely had used his afterburners a little bit, and you just can't hold the puck for that long as the last man back on the play. And you say a rare mistake for Sting, and I think that he makes some good plays sometimes, but I don't think he's proven to the point where I would say it's a rare mistake for him. So we'll have to see how consistent he is as the season goes on.
Puck is dropped, and it's going to be handled by shorthanded. I don't know. I happen to think Sting is a better mid in this game. Oh, Pooter's going to have an opportunity here. Trying to get another ball kill, but back will not have anything of it. I just think Sting can be more solid than not, and so maybe Rare is giving him too much credit, but I would say more often than not he's going to make that play. Funky has the puck in the top left of the arena.
We already have seen Crystalline now give up as many goals as she did in the first entire game, so there she looked like she was posterized. Ten Pavel able to sneak that one on the south side.
Yeah, that's pretty long range too. And I mean, the Weasel does have a lot of shot power, but it wasn't the best of shots, but it's good to be able to capitalize on that opportunity. 10 Pavel just getting the steal and the goal.
There's some discussion on the ref frequency right now saying that Back is actually a pretty good defender. And I'll say right there, Zanaz has been in the discussion lately as one of the better javelins in the zone so far this season. He's had some really good offensive output, and he's been really solid for his team. And he had a narrow opportunity there where if he was able to get the kill, I think he had a great goal opportunity. So far today, I'm still pretty happy with how Zanaz is playing.
Well, what we'll say about Bach as far as what you're saying about the discussion of his defense.
Wait, we might have a chance here. Zanaz with a shot. Big stop by Crystalline. That's huge.
Yeah, but he used to play for Creasers a couple of seasons ago. I think he actually played defense for them when they won the championship, but he played in a levy for the most part, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a huge difference playing levy defense from playing jab defense. It's a lot trickier. I mean, it's not that it can't work. I just don't think it's the optimal ship choice you want for a stay-at-home defenseman.
Yoinky will get the kill there in the save, so officially 2 saves for Yoinky today. Continuing the super high save percentage. We're seeing a lot of kills here from 10 PB. I saw him tank a shot there, and now they're going to come back the other way. And a missed pass, and Crystalline will pick it up for their... Oh, no registered save there.
Well, the whole Creasers team is doing a pretty good job forechecking so far in this period. They've been getting a lot of kills on the puck carrier. And not like death passes or anything like that. They're just kind of walking up and killing them. So they're doing a good job of that so far.
We might have a chance here. Ebel with a shot. He just fires it right at Yoinky. Yoinky's not going to get beaten on a shot like that. Sting throws it up to Meritrix, and they will cross center ice. 4 minutes left in this first period now, and Pooter with Botman. Botman cannot get any sort of a shot off. David Seaman is back on D.
I like the way David Seaman's keeping tabs on Botman. Before the game, he said he was gunning for Botman, so he's living up to his words there.
Zanaz with a play, and that was a dud. That would have been a goal. He shoots, and it's off the south post.
Yeah,
that would have been clean.
It definitely would have been, and you got to say Crystalline is looking a little soft against Snipe so far, maybe. Maybe that's going to be a weakness that Creasers can exploit, because that's 2 pretty long-range shots that she just hasn't really been in position to save.
Back with a nice defensive play there on the 2-on-1. Abbolt looking very dangerous in that Weasel, but Back with a great defensive play stops it. Funky to David Seaman. A comment from Doobie in team chat saying there are not enough spiders and terriers in the game. If you're paying attention, actually, only Abvolt, 10 Pavel Bure, who are both weasels, and of course Back and Zanaz the javelin, but certainly a lot of Christmas ships in this game. Meritrix trying to throw it up to Abvolt, but can't get him to do so. I don't know, to ask you guys, do you think that the Spider and Terrier are overpowered?
Well, what it is they're pretty easy to check with. And even if, especially the Spider, like if you get out of position...
We have a chance, shoots, and it... Oh, wow.
I saw a lag.
Yeah, pretty unanimous lag there. But I just thought it might trick a referee, or not a referee, pardon me, a goal judge. But nope, everybody sees lag. It's going to stay 1-0.
You know, and Creasers had a lot of players right around the net there, so you got to question Zanaz's decision to keep the puck and shoot it. It wasn't the worst chance in the world. I just felt like he had a couple of open guys there, but...
Abvolt and Botmem coming back the other way. Abvolt with Botmem, and Botmem with a shot. Big save by Yoinky. Nicely done there by Yoinky. Just finish your thought there. It's easy to check your... Oh, hang on. We might not have a chance. Meritrix with Abvolt and Botmem's there as well, so this is dangerous. And they're going to get a shot off. No, Yoinky with a big kill and says, no, you're not going to do that.
Well, what I was saying is just from personal experience from playing those ships too, is it's pretty easy to check with those ships. Even if you get caught out of position, you can readjust and still get the check pretty easily, like without difficulty. Just the length of the bullets, the rotation and speed of the Terrier. They're not difficult ships to play at all.
And some people say the Spider is not a great offensive ship. What do you think about that?
Well, you know, it depends on who's playing it. I mean, personally, I played offensive Spider for several seasons, and the lack of shot power can be an issue sometimes, but there are a couple of people that do it, like TSZ does it. I myself play offensive Spider sometimes, and it's great for controlling the puck and creating openings. Maybe not for just scoring on the goalie by yourself, but there are other ways to create offense. So I think it can definitely be played effective offensively, more so than other people think if you play it with the appropriate style.
Abvolt trying to get a breakaway there. If he had gotten the kill to succeed, he would have had one. Zanaz hanging on to the puck, looking for his buddy Funk E. Abvolt again trying to get some kills with the level 1 ship. Can't do it. Level 1 means that they have the weakest bullets in Hockey Zone. If you're just joining us for the first time, actually, some of these ships are stronger than others when it comes to making the check, or as we call it here, the kill. Oh, we might have a chance. No, Yoinky's just shutting the door today. The red ships, the Terriers, are pretty good checkers. The purples are level 1s, and well, the greens, the Spiders, also considered to be with the Terriers. Javelin, very strong ship, strong shot power, but just the maneuverability makes it difficult to sometimes make the right play. Abvolt with a shot on Yoinky, big stop, 6 shots on goal, no goals so far.
Yeah, that certainly looks to be a big difference in this game, is just the performance from Crystalline versus the performance from Yoinky.
Yeah, Crystalline is game today, but you know what? When you're facing a goalie like Yoinky, it's night and day. Here's Pavel Bure. Oh, big save and a steal by Meritrix, but that's the end of the first period. 6 shots on goal for shorthanded, 4 for creasers, one of which was a lag. The other was a clean goal.
Well, puck time is relatively even. I think it was 4 minutes and 16 seconds to 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So everything's looking even in that respect. From creasers, I think they need to continue doing the forechecking. They're doing pretty well on that. Maybe generate some more shots because they're a little bit behind on shots. With shorthanded, I would like to see them play as a team a little bit more in the offensive zone. I kind of feel like they're playing with a little bit of a scrim mentality where they're kind of getting the puck and kind of charging the net, kind of run and gun style. I'd like to see them kind of rotate the puck a little bit more and try to get more of their team members involved around the crease. And it looks like Flu is in for Abvolt, and of course I knew that would happen eventually. I really wish that they would leave Abvolt in because he's much more of a team player than Flu, and Flu is more of a solo kind of player. But
not even that, but just the fact that Abvolt has been an offensive juggernaut for their team, and while Flu doesn't exactly have the same abilities.
Yeah, looking at the shot column, 4 shots, all those coming between Tin, Pavel, and Zanez. So I'd like to see like Funky get involved a little bit more and take some shots to try to even that out.
Well, I think Funky has always been more of a well-rounded kind of role player, similar to kind of Blue Goku, I guess, for execution, to where he's somebody that you can kind of use to reset the puck. He knows how to pass the puck around. He's not the kind of guy that likes to take a lot of shots or make, huge goal-scoring plays all the time. He's more of a team player kind of guy.
Period break over. We're going to start the second period in shorthanded's arena. Creasers lead 1-0. Some discussion on the ref frequency as the top goalies in the zone. Thrill, it's pretty obvious you think Linux, Super Dan, and Yoinky in that order. How about you, actually, Stickman?
Yeah, I remember when you asked that question, the Thrill, those were actually the same three guys that I had in my mind, and then the Thrill kind of confirmed that, so I'm on the same page with that question.
Do you have it in that order, though? Linux, Super Dan, Yoinky?
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
That's fair enough. I think so far with how Yoinky's played, I think Yoinky's earned the number 2 role. And, you know, if there's ever been a situation where maybe Linux can be, you can think, well, maybe he's not going to be for that much longer. I mean, he's one of 3 goalies that have played more than 2 games with a save percentage under 80. He gave up 4 goals, I believe, in back-to-back games. So Linux obviously still a great goaltender, but you just have to wonder sometimes. Oh, Crystalline coming way out of the net.
You know, Violence actually looked like he had a goal there for a second or so. Crystalline moved out of position, but I don't know. I guess he didn't see that. And Advolt is in right now for Mutrix. I don't know if Mutrix lagged out because I'm not sure if they want the double weasel in there.
Funky has the puck now. 1 minute has passed in this second period. Zanaz lags that shot. Botmem 2 is happy with the performance there of the lagger. That's a dud. That's not a tank, so this would be clean if something were to happen. Zanaz to Funky. No. Pooter. Oh, but it's picked up by XPB. Violence has the puck now, playing the spider. And Abvolt trying a ball kill on Funky. That's not going to work. And they're going to come back the other way. Violence, Zanaz, Funky, and 10 Pavel Bure have the puck. Lots of duds, and the 2 spiders will attempt to make something happen here. What do you guys think about having two weasels in the game? Pardon me, not spiders, weasels.
I'd like to see them replace one of the weasels with the warbird, probably, especially the way that they're playing, like stylistically. 2 weasels are not the fastest ships in the world anyway, and I mean, I guess it could potentially work, but you just don't really need more than 1 weasel, and specifically when the weasels are Advil and Flu, like, I don't see any advantage. Like, it's not like it's 2 superstar players where it's like, well, these guys are both the best weasels in the league, so maybe they can make it work. I'm not sure. I think this is probably a lag-out thing, because I can't think of any other reason why they would possibly want this lineup in right now.
Yeah.
Advolt with a missed pass there, and wow, a missed pass from Botmem. Don't see too many of those. Funky to Pavel Bure. Oh, wow, Pooter with a kill right before they would get a 2-on-1 or 2-on-0 potentially. Botmem with a move. Oh, wow, that's a big leg through. Wow,
You know,
that
one
would
thing I'll
have been a
say-
goal.
One thing I'll say about shorthanded is I don't think they're playing bad right now, but I think they're being very predictable. They're not really doing anything that you can't see coming kind of from a mile away. So they're not playing bad, but I'd like to see them shake things up a little bit.
Zanaz to Funky. Oh, the big ball kill, and they score!
He just powered his way through. A great play by Funky.
Yeah, and he just kept himself in a good position there. Like I said before, he likes to be involved in a lot of the passing plays, and he's kind of always around the puck. And he just ended up being in a good position to get the goal there. Solid contributor. I think he's been a solid part of Creaser's top 3 or 4 forwards for probably like since season 14 or 15, if I remember right. So that's like 5 or 6 seasons.
Yeah, looking back at that question that you were asking, Raven, about the 2 weasels combination, I don't like it either. Like, I think you have to practice that a lot more before just bringing that into the league game. I don't think Flu and Advold have practiced that together very much, so I don't like it.
Oh, wow, there's a goal by Zanaz. Wow. That is a goal, ladies and gentlemen, and that is an elite shot from a javelin. Zanaz is really trying to put himself in that discussion as one of the better javelins in the zone, and you know what? So far this year, I think he's proven it. I will say this as well. This double weasel system has apparently occurred before. Whether it was for a full period or a half period, we're not sure. But our crack team says this has happened at one point in time this year.
Well, I guess it was intentional then, but maybe they did it against Direwolves last period or something, but I don't know. But going back to this goal, it was a really nice shot, but once again, from a really long distance out. So, like I was saying before, creasers, especially 10PB and Zanes, just keep taking those long shots because Crystalline is seeming like she doesn't like those snipes very much.
Botman with the kill. They're going to take the puck out now. 6 shots for Creasers, 7 for shorthanded. It's 3-0 Creasers. We also ask anyone who's listening on Mumble but doesn't have the stream open, please do have the twitch.tv/subspacehz stream open so that we can get some viewer counts up. We are trying to bring people into the zone as well by doing this. Wow, Zanaz trying to drive by ball kill, not going to work. Here we go, Pooter to Bop. Bopmem is being chased by Violence. Violence gets him out of the blue.
Yeah, I like that pursuit by Violence on Botman. Botman's one of those guys you don't want him to have the puck and too much space because he will create something.
Flew tries a drop pass, and 10PB will pick it up. Yeah, it's really unfortunate with how Crystalline has played so far. Crystalline's one of those people I remember playing way back in the day, and when I was brand new, would play a lot of goaltender, but so far this season it hasn't proven to be one of the upper echelon goaltenders, I think it's fair to say. And certainly struggled with some snipes tonight.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. And even she won the championship one season for Money Inc. when she played goalie. And even then, she wasn't considered a good goalie. It was more the fact that Money Inc. just controlled the puck for 90% of the game. So, like, what do you have to worry about as a goalie there? But, I mean, there are worse goaltenders, I guess.
I think there's also a chance, if we were looking back at that first goal that was scored by 10 Pavel Bure, I think he might have actually broke one of Crystalline's ankles because she hasn't really reacted too well to the puck, like you're saying, from long-distance shots.
We might have a chance here. 10 PB with a shot, and Crystalline goes pretty far back in the goal, actually. Flew has it off the wall. It's picked up by Botmem, too. And nice play here. Meritrix to Flew to Botmem. Just goes right by, back and puts it in.
Shorthand really needed that goal. Great patience, I think, from Botman to hold on to the puck until the lane was open to shoot at.
And we have our first little controversy, it looks like. Remember, if you're on the ref frequency, you need to be paying attention.
So, I'll say this. I saw clean on my screen. But, that's not always accurate. The server shows different things to different people. But what I saw from there is that after Bob got that puck, he had several seconds, maybe not several, but he had a couple of long seconds to kind of do what he did. He kind of just kept flying down. The net's still open, took the shot and scored.
Yeah, I think it was different on many people's computers, unfortunately, which is the unfortunate part of this game sometimes. I also saw extremely clean. I saw him move around the player, and I wouldn't have expected a player to prox that. So, yeah, 3-2 clean. Zanaz has the puck to Violence to back to Pavel Bure. Pooter gives it to Flew, and it's going to be dumped back in. And Funky to Violence. Zanaz gets killed by Pooter. And 10 Pavel Bure gets the check. 3-1 Creasers if you're just joining us. Shorthanded on the board. Botmem 2 with that goal. Violence. Oh, wow. took a little bit too long, and Pooter gets a big kill.
Yeah, good play by Pooter because the net was pretty open there. I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Crystalline just kind of shifted way out of the net there.
Yeah, I can say personally as a goaltender, when you're having a rough game, when you start seeing situations like that, it does become a little bit unnerving, for sure. And the unfortunate thing for shorthanded is they've been, I believe anyway, looking for a goaltender most of the season, like some of the other middle-of-the-road teams. But you know what? Creasers may be proving that maybe shorthanded doesn't belong in that discussion. But it's only 3-1. We saw Creasers give up a lead last week, and I'm certainly sure that shorthanded's not going to give up. There's still a lot of hockey to play.
Well, and shorthanded still does have 9 shots to 7. So this is what some people might say a typical creaser situation where in the past this would happen a lot, where they wouldn't have that many shots or they would have less shots than the other team and would still end up winning games. So I wouldn't say that they're getting dominated per se. They're just being so predictable. They need to stop being predictable, I guess, is the best advice to teams that are being too predictable.
Crystalline with another save there. Pooter takes it across center ice to Botmem. 3:37 left in this second period. They're going to give the puck to Flew. Flew turns it over. Violence now has it. That was not a tank. That was a dud. And the puck goes to center ice. Flew picks it up. Flew going to try and deke around Funky, and Violence gets the puck to Bop. Oh, and Flew gets hammered by 10 PB from behind.
Big hit.
Back has the puck. Oh, that's a pass off the wall to Violence. Nice pass. 10 Pavel Bure with him. And cannot get a shot off. Puck is going to be lost and passed all the way back.
I think Flu's okay. He seems to be moving around all right after that big hit from 10 Pavel Bure. I was a little bit concerned there.
Zinaz to Funky to 10 PB. Back to Funky to Zinaz. They're going to cross center ice and try to make something happen here. Some issues getting the puck to their teammates. 10 Pavel Bure trying to get open. Zinaz with a nice little play to Violence. And here we go. 3-on-2 with Meritrix and Sting back. Oh, but Botmem's going to come back and help out his team. Turned over from Bob.
Yeah, maybe he was planning to do something there, but I didn't see what it is. Maybe somebody can ask him about that later, because to me it looked like he just passed it straight into Creaser's guy with nobody else within 20 feet of the puck.
Zinaz tries to pass it to Violence, and the puck gets sent all the way down the ice, and Crystalline will pick it up.
Crystalline getting a little adventurous there coming out of her crease so far.
Botmem has the puck, semi-breakaway, but Back's not going to let him have it. Oh, or will he? Wow, he shoots, he scores! And that's a unanimous, clean goal vote. Blucka, a superstar in this league on spec, is saying crease. But there, I definitely saw him shoot before the crease. We have a game, ladies and gentlemen, 3-2.
3-2, and you can't really blame that on Yoinky. The defender passed the puck back to Bop, and that's going to create a lot of open space for him.
Violence gives it to Zinaz. Zinaz to Funk E. Wow, they're trying to pass really quickly, but can't get the puck across the blue line quick enough. Creaser's having a bit of difficulty now. You're going to notice that David Seaman, number 1, not on the ice right now. Got to wonder what he thinks about that.
Well, let's see. Violence is in for David Seaman right now. And, you know, I don't know. They're pretty comparable in my opinion. Violence maybe even a little bit better overall. So I definitely don't think that it's a bad substitution to make. Maybe have Bach out for David Seaman as a stay-at-home defenseman and have Violence in at mid.
Well, that would have been a lag goal. Definite tank from Meritrix. Under a minute now to go in this second period. Violence with a bit of a breakaway. Here we go, the big shot, and it's going to phase through Botmem, but I think Chris Deline would have had that anyway. Violence, it's kind of difficult to score in a spider one-on-one. Violence throws it back to Zenaz. Zenaz with a big kill. 22 seconds left. Sting lunging out. Funky will give it to Violence. Throws it back immediately. The penetrate and dish. And puck goes back. 8 seconds left. They should throw it behind their net. The goalie should chase it and use all their energy and then get killed. 2 seconds left. Flew with a shot on net. Yoinky with a save. And it's 3-2 Creasers after 2 periods.
Yeah, and Shorthanded's doing a good job of pulling themselves back into the game. Let's see, the last goal from Botman, that was pretty much just the individual effort from Botman. He did a lot of work on their first goal as well. And for them to continue scoring goals, I'd like to see a little bit more involvement from the rest of the team instead of relying so heavily on Botman to create these goal-scoring opportunities. I really would like to see Advil in for Flu for this period. Or just no Flu. It doesn't matter who they put in. I would like to see somebody in for Flu.
Still no David Seaman on the ice. I'd like to see Seaman get back in the game. He's not afraid to throw the elbow, get dirty a little bit.
I certainly don't. I think that he would not be pleased if he wasn't in the game either. And I'm sure that Violence wants to play 2 periods too, and Violence is definitely a 2-period player. Like I said, I think the best solution would be to have David Seaman come in for Bach and stay-at-home defenseman and have Violence stay in the mid. I mean, Bach played 2 periods already. He's played well, but he's not so good that, David Seaman should play 1 period and he should play 3.
"15 seconds left in this intermission. Abvolt back in the game now. Crystalline, Meritrix, Sting, Flu, Botmem are in the arena for Shorthanded Creasers. You've got Yoinky with the green Kirby banner. I just noticed now. That's actually a really nice banner. Violence, Funk E back, 10 Pavel Bure, and Zanaz. This 3rd period about to start.
So did Pooter come out then?
Pooter is not in. That is correct.
Yeah, it looks like the Shorthanded is going back to that double weasel system, so it looks like they're going to try to stick to it here in the 3rd period.
Yeah, and I don't know. I kind of wish Pooter is back in. I don't know if the Christmas ship lineup is the best either, but they should find a way to work something out. But double weasel is just not a good solution.
David Seaman back on the ice now. Wait, all of a sudden, Zanaz and Funky with Pavel Bure. Oh, but that's just nice little Christmas ship defending. 2 weasels and 2 spiders. Flew with a big kill on Funky. That was a bit surprising. I don't think anybody expected that. And Violence, David Seaman, 2 spiders. A lot of spiders on the ice right now. A lot of weasels too. This is strange. Oh, there's a ball kill attempt by 10 Pavel Bure. Sting to Meritrix. Producer Navi giving you the information in Continuum right now. 2 different ways to listen. We hope that you would still load up the Twitch TV webpage so we can try and get a few more viewers. It's always nice. And of course, you can always catch the replays of the games anytime you want on twitch.tv. Shot by 10 Pavel Bure, but it just misses the net. Creaser's putting a lot of pressure on right now. And they might need to, because this game has been getting away from the Zenez with a chance, but he can't get the puck by. He's mad. He thinks it was a goal, or I think he would have scored if he had gotten the shot on net. Botmem with Meritrix. Abvolt is up north with Flu. Abvolt to Flu, and that's a quick little shot. And Botmem 2 with a shot, and a big defensive play by David Seaman. Zenez has it. And Violence can't catch the puck.
I'm a little worried where the puck control is going to come from for Creasers because Abvolt is a goal-scoring player. Flu is a weasel. I'm not sure what category to put him in, but he's also a weasel, which is, typically a ship you want in there to finish goals. So I'm not sure where the puck control is going to come from them. I'm a little worried about their puck cycle, but we'll see.
Here's Abvolt with Flu and Meritrix. We got 2 spiders and a javelin back. Botmem has the puck. To Abvolt. And they're going to miss the net. 10 Pavel Bure will pick it up.
Looking at the way that this game has gone, just in terms of what's happened and how I see the teams playing, I think that shorthanded would actually have an edge in this game if they had a player like TSZ to anchor down the mid and control the puck for them.
9:14 left in this third period. Abvolt finds Botmem 2 down south. Wow, Violence misses the check. Botmem's going to use the opportunity. Fires it up, and Yoinky with the save, and immediately gives it to Violence. Flu bounces it off the wall, but Violence will pick it up, and he's going to go, but Sting's going to catch him, and so Violence will slow down, wait for a teammate. Oh no, he turns it over. Botmem 2 picks it up. And Botmem's going to just hang on to it. Oh, Zanaz with a nice kill. And here we go, Zanaz with a bit of a breakaway with 10 Pavel Bure, and a big save by Crystalline.
Yeah, not the best shot there, but not the biggest still in the world. They're going to be back in time on defense, so.
Violence with another kill here. Creasers wanting to add some insurance. Funky to 10 PB. And they're going to try again. Funky to Zanaz. Finds Funky. They're going to come up the center of the ice. Whoa, Botmem 2 with a big steal. Flu, Abvolt. We have, this could be the biggest chance. Shorthanded gets his period. 10 PB with a big stop on the crease.
Well, the double weasel certainly didn't work out for them on that play. I hope that they're going to make a change at least around the half-minute mark.
Half period mark?
The half-period mark. Sorry about that.
It's all good. Here come the Weasels down south. Botmem 2 tanks that one. He's just going to dump it in. And Flu will pick it up back to Botmem 2. Goes around the net. I wonder what it's like around the net. Off the wall to Abvolt, and they're going to throw it back.
He did not die behind the net.
That is true.
It's a useful skill to have.
For those just joining us, I kind of did that yesterday, and as a result, my game went to overtime. It was awesome. Botman back to Sting. You can watch that game. It was Empire and Breakaway. Violence with a big steal off the wall, and Botman 2 picks it up. I'm sure you'll see it on the plays of the week. In my opinion, it's number 1, Arcadian. A lot better than people give him credit for, and I think you're among that group there, Thrill.
Well, I don't think he's a bad player. I just don't think that he is a top player. I think that he is a solid contributor.
Sting, 2 Meritrix, 2 Spiders, throwing it up north off the wall. Flu now has it. For curiosity's sake, who would you say are some of the best defenders in the zone?
Let's see, stay-at-home defenders or just people that are good defensively?
Well, see, that's where the debate gets really interesting, because I wouldn't even say that Arcadian is a stay-at-home defender.
I don't even think his best role is defense anyway. I think he's really good on the forecheck, and that's where his main strength is. So I wouldn't really have him in that discussion, to be honest. Joe Sakic has made a lot of improvements from seasons past defensively. He's been doing pretty well. There aren't a lot of people that play pure stay-at-home defense that I think are among the more skilled or better players in the zone, to be honest.
We have a chance here. Flew to Abvolt, but a big kill by David Seaman.
David Seaman does all right. He's kind of allergic to the other side of the ice. But
Pavel Bure has the puck at center ice. The Violence just gives the puck away. That was interesting.
That's
5:20 left.
Blue Goku said Dragon Wing in public chat, and I'll agree with that. I wish he would switch to Spider from Terrier, because I don't think Terrier is a good stay-at-home ship, but Dragon Wing definitely pretty good. Wolfers has been playing more of a regular midfield role, so I don't know about that, and I haven't seen him play consistently for a couple of seasons. But
Another great defensive play by Seaman on the crease. That was a great pass from Advold too as well, to find his teammate. They're putting a lot of pressure on now on creasers. They need to get a goal. They're down 3-2. Only 5 minutes left. It's 4:45 officially. Zanaz, Violence, Pavel Bure, David Seaman on the ice right now. Funky, I don't think I mentioned. Double dud, Zanaz, this is legal. To Violence, throws it back and just a off pass. And here's Flu. Flu misses the pass to Abvolt just barely, but Abvolt is going to force Creasers to reset.
Well, the half-period mark has passed, and they're still leaving the double weasel system, and Flew in. I'm not sure I agree with this decision, but I guess they think if they have more weasels, they're more likely to score the game-tying goal, but kind of flawed logic. They don't have anything that's going to control the puck for them.
We have a chance here. Abvolt puts the puck off the net, off the bottom of the post in the south area. That's crazy. Nice shot. Some people feel that was a goal.
Yeah, and Yoinky had some weird movement there for a second, to be honest, and there is an opening for several seconds.
Flew with a chance. Yoinky with a big save. That could have been a goal. Here comes Zanaz over center ice to Funky. Pavel Bure with him. Violence has the puck. Just got to make sure he doesn't turn it over here, because if he does, the Weasels have a breakaway. And that would be bad. Violence with another turnover. And here comes Bop and Flu. 3 minutes left in this period. Shorthanded needs a goal. Here they go. 3 minutes. Botmem to Abbolt, but he misses. David Seaman will pick it up and just launch it away. He's not going to get out of position. Abvolt throws it up. Oh, look at that. Abvolt has the puck to Botmem, and Zanaz with the steal. Zanaz and Violence have a bit of a 2-on-1 for a minute. As Sting's going to kill Zanaz and slow them down. Everybody gets back on D. Here we go. Funky to David Seaman to Zanaz, and that's a clutch kill from Botmem. 2:20. End of the RSHL games are always great because you never know what's going to happen. Flew to Meritrix. Pavel Bure trying to make something happen there, but he can't. So now Botmem's going to make a move. Puts a shot on net and stopped by Yoinky. Volt throws it up. It's going to lag a bunch of people, but that's fine. Botmem 2 picks it up again. 1:55 left. Shorthanded needs to get a goal. They've still got their 2-weasel system. Botmem throws it down to Abvolt, to Meritrix. And Abvolt again. Wow, I don't know what happened there.
Definitely lag. It's kind of been laggy for the past minute or so, but Creasers needs to start hitting those checks because they just missed 2 pretty easy checks right in front of the crease, and they're lucky to kind of get away with that.
1:46 left. Botmem 2 gets killed by Funky, and here's a chance now for Creasers. Going to slow it down a little bit. Oh, but that's turn. Oh no, Zanez gets it back. There we go. Funky, and there's a turnover forced by Meritrix. 1:30 left, shorthanded. What are they going to do?
Well, I'm not sure, because they really just need to kind of hope for a check on the crease or something like that, or somebody pick up a loose puck.
Here's a shot on goal. It's going to be stopped by Yoinky. 1 minute left.
They're not puck cycling or creating enough kind of passing opportunities around the net to be a real threat to the goalie right now. So I think that having Bop do some kind of miracle play, or kind of just doing the rush.
Oh, here's a chance. Zanez and Violence. misses the net. Zanez made a really nice play there. 45 seconds left. Shorthanded coming back the other way. Sorry about that thrill, but this is getting crazy. Two Weasels flew into Abvolt. Find Botmem, and oh, Funky gets back on D. That was clutch. Violence is going to hang on to the puck a little bit, and they need to kill some time here. Oh, David Seaman looking for a goal, but Botmem forces the turnover. 15 seconds left. Abvolt needs a goal. He's looking for it. Flew to Meritrix, shoots, he scores!
And I believe that was lag. It went right through the defenseman on my screen. But a lot of people see clean, so we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, definite controversy here. Some people see clean, some people saw lag. Some people saw lag, some people saw clean. This is a tough situation for anyone.
I don't know. I guess maybe some people saw he's behind the defender, but on my screen it was directly through the defenseman.
Yeah, they're going to call that lag. I actually did see clean. I didn't see it go through the procs there at all, so. That's crazy. There's been some debate as to whether or not people are subliminally biased toward overtime games, but I did see clean there. We'll have to look at the replay again and just see just how close it was, because obviously, stuff like that can change. Flew to Meritrix. We have another chance. They're going to be quick. They're going to have to be. Bop to flew to Meritrix, and no shot on goal. 3-2 Creasers unofficially. Well, I should say officially at the end of the game here. I'm sure you're going to see an appeal, but honestly, you know what? It was 4-3 call for lag, and you have to go with the goal judges.
Well, there's no appeal here, so they can feel free to appeal, but there's nothing to appeal. You can't appeal just the result of the vote of one goal. So, I mean, I don't think they'll do that. I don't see the reasoning for that.
Always unfortunate when you have stuff like that happen, but you know what? We're going to get some people on here to do a quick little interview.
Well, I'm interested to see what the replay shows, because on my screen it was pretty much 0% chance of it being clean. It was pretty clear, but...
All right, well, I've unmuted the referee, TJ, or to Jan. If you don't mind answering the question here, how did you feel about that final play there with 9 seconds left?
Well, I saw it's clean on my screen, but I'm going to go with the votes.
Yeah, it definitely did seem to me anyway that it didn't go through the defender's procs, but you know what? That kind of see on the replay there, it definitely looks like lag, but in real time, it's clean. Do you think that that's one of the few problems one of the few major problems with the RSHL?
I suppose it can be frustrating, but what can you do?
Yeah, it's really hard to argue that. Thanks to TJ for coming on here. Thrill will just, I guess, end this off with some final comments here. What do you think about those final plays that literally can go either way?
Well, sometimes there are those 50-50 goals, and that's what it looks like it was. Because pretty much from what people have been saying, half people saw clean, half people saw lag. And when it comes to that, I mean, it's so controversial that it's hard to call this clean anyway. But, I don't know. Directly through the defense on my screen, but like I said, it's 50-50, so I don't know. It's, for me, I always err on the side of caution when there are goals that are that close, but...
It's always tough, but unofficially, you know what? I saw clean, you saw leg. It's a 50-50 situation. Those can happen anywhere. All right, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to this game. Creasers win 3-2. I'm stupid. No, it's 3-2. I lost it. I forgot. It's all good. Make sure you tune in to all the games that we do. We're going to try and broadcast every single game if we're able to. I'm looking. There's nobody on Mumble.
Yeah.
So that'll end it.
So games tomorrow? Are there any games tomorrow?
Tomorrow is going to be a great game between Breakaway at Baby Seal Killers. Breakaway losing to Empire earlier this week. We'll want to get something back. Again, thanks to everybody for tuning in, and the rest is up to you.